Your eyes and come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Start to wiggle out and get comfortable. Place the backs of your hands on your knees so your palms are facing up and just kind of let your fingers curl in naturally. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through your mouth as you drop your shoulders down your back. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, drop your shoulders down your back. And just take a couple more breaths like that, making sure to lift the crown of your head up towards the sky and rolling your shoulders open so your chest is wide and spread. As you inhale, feel your belly rise and inflate. And as you exhale, feel your belly button pull just softly back towards your spine. Inhale, your belly inflates. And exhale, belly button pulls back towards the spine. And just take a couple breaths doing this. Inhale, reaching the crown of your head up as your tailbone draws down in your core. Exhale, your core gets a little tighter, providing a nice, stable base for your practice. Take one more nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. And start to open your eyes. Hi, Mom. All right. Inhale your arms up towards the sky and clasp your hands above your head. Release just the first finger. Make sure your shoulders are rolling down your back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, bending towards the left. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, bending towards the left. As you move through this on your own breath, moving as slowly or as quickly as your body needs today, start to think about getting length between both sides of the waist through the bending action. So when you're bending, it's almost like you're trying to get a beach ball, like to hug a beach ball between your shoulders and your hips. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, come back down to the left. And then inhale, coming back up to center. Clasp all 10 fingers now and just press your palms up towards the sky. Again, shoulders roll down the back. You're trying to maintain the length in your side waist. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Start to bring your hands down in front of your face, really pressing your palms forward. Make sure you're spreading your shoulder blades so you're really pressing forward very strongly. And round your spine and release your head. And shake it out a little bit. Make sure everything's kind of loose. If you can't move your neck and your head during this, come back out and try it again, because you shouldn't be gripping tension in there. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, bring your arms behind your back at your sacrum, and then roll your shoulders open, but lift your hands away from your sacrum. Your fingers are clasped together, and just roll your neck out slowly. Going one way, maybe 3 times, slowly, and then going the other way 3 times, creating balance. Using your breath to guide you, all that mumbo jumbo. And then release your arms and just kind of shake them out. We're going to come onto all fours now, so we're kind of still staying low to the ground, but I want your spine to kind of be able to get a little action here. So this is what we call cat-cow. So when you inhale, you're going to dip your belly down, tailbone tilts up. Gaze goes up to the sky, roll your shoulders back so your heart comes forward. And exhale, round into the spine. Really stretch between the shoulder blades, pressing firmly into the mat. Inhale, dip your belly, looking up. Heart comes forward, tailbone tilts up. And exhale, rounding your spine for an angry cat pose. Inhale to dip your belly, tailbone tilts up, heart comes forward. Exhale, round your spine. Really press into that mat hard. Your fingers are spread really wide. Inhale to look up, belly comes down. Exhale, coming back up. Just come to a neutral spine. We're going to do a little bit of core work. So you're going to inhale your right leg out behind you, but make sure your foot is no higher than your hip. And also make sure you're dropping that right hip down so everything's kind of neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale to lengthen out, really reaching through the crown of your head and out through your heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it out. And exhale, draw it in. And just drop your knee back down to the mat. Now you're going to bring your left leg out behind you. We're going to do the same exact thing. So you're going to drop your left hip down to keep your hips neutral. And also keep your belly button really pulling in towards your spine. So you're not dipping down like this. We're kind of pulling up. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, releasing out. Really reaching through the crown of your head and your heel. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Reaching out. And exhale, knee to nose. And bring your knee back down. You're going to bring your knees as wide as the mat, and then bring your toes to touch. And just sit your hips back to your heels. Reach your arms forward. So you're really keeping this active. So you're going to tense your fingers. So you're kind of tensing them like this on the mat, like that. And then just breathe into it. So we're keeping this as an active pose. Inhale to the back of your body. Exhale, release, sinking your hips down a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale. Take one more nice deep inhale and exhale. Come back to your all four position. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. You can move forward a little bit. You can bend one knee, then the other, really stretching out the backs of your legs, letting your heels sink towards the mat. Inhale and exhale, letting your breath guide you. Your fingers are going to be nice and wide, palms really flat on the mat. And by doing this, you're going to kind of open up, you're going to internally rotate your arms, so they're kind of coming like out. We're coming back in towards the body. And by doing this, you're going to be able to push your hips up and back a little bit more. You can tilt your tailbone up slightly and just drop your head and shake it out. We're going to do one round of sun salutations. My head might get cut off, but just listen to me and hopefully it will work. So we're just going to walk our hands forward, and our feet forward rather, to the middle of the mat, and walk your hands back. Just take a forward fold. Bend your knees, grasp opposite elbows, and just hang. It calls ragdolling. So just kind of move your body back and forth. And this will release a lot of tension in your lower back, because I know that you run around all day and you're in the car all the time, so hopefully this will make your back feel a little bit better. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, release your arms and roll up really, really slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Head's the last thing to rise, shoulders come up, back, and down. Inhale your arms up, overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, coming forward for a forward fold. Inhale to lift your body up, lift your torso up. If you have a nice flat spine, you can bring your hands to your shins, but really see how my spine is really long and flat, pressing my weight back into my heels, reaching the crown of my head forward. And exhale, fold forward. And we're going to stay in this forward fold for just maybe 3 or 4 breaths. A normal sun salutation would have you stepping or jumping back to plank, but we're not going to go there just yet. We'll go there eventually. I'll have you jumping back to plank. And jumping back to plank maybe from crow pose eventually. Nice deep inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come back up overhead, palms to touch, and then just bring your hands to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale it out. So now that we've warmed up a little bit, we'll come to a seated position. We're going to do some twisting. Everyone loves some twisting. So bring your comfortable cross-legged seat And we're gonna make this meditative because I know you love doing that. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing one arm in front of you, one arm behind you. Really twisting from the core. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Just keep moving on your own breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale to twist. Keeping a nice long straight spine. Inhale coming up. Exhale going down. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to twist. And keep going on your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Closing your eyes maybe. Inhale, coming back up to center. And then just folding forward just a little bit. Again, only moving towards what your max is. Go to your edge and then back off like an inch. And just stretch out the back a little bit. You can almost use your finger pads as little like grippers and hold on, like grip onto the mat with your finger pads. Pull your heart forward, and that will help you get a little bit deeper into the fold. And you can relax your head, shake it out, and inhale, coming back up to a seated position. Again, we're going to inhale our arms up, and again, just press your palms up towards the ceiling, and then down in front of you. And then bring them behind your back to your sacrum once more. Clasp your hands at your sacrum. Lift your hands off your sacrum and open your chest. And just release all that. So now we're going to do a different kind of twist. We're going to bring our knees together. So from here, get your feet nice and close to your body. Bring your left leg out in front of you. And then bring your right arm behind your back. Keep it close to your back so you can really use it as support. You're almost using your arm as a wall to keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale your left arm up. Twist on the exhale. And when you can't twist anymore from the core, drop your elbow. And if this just isn't working for you, you can always grasp onto the knee. And use that connection to kind of spin your torso through. Nice deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, reaches your crown up, spine gets a little bit taller. Exhale, twists you a little bit deeper. One more, inhale, and exhale. And then we're gonna come back to center and just maybe move your foot out just a little bit. Bring your arms up and then reach forward. Now you may choose to stay here. If you're feeling this, like feeling good about this, you can grasp onto your toes, or you can wrap your arm around your leg and then take the bind and grasp your arm behind you, folding forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, release the bind and come back up. Bring both legs straight, just kind of shake them out a little bit. We're going to do the other side now, so we're going to bend the left knee, kind of bring it close into your body. And then bring your left arm up and use it as a little wall behind you, kind of keeping it close to your sacrum. Right arm comes up and twist from the core. When you can't twist anymore, drop the elbow or hug the knee. Sometimes I prefer to hug the knee, but that's just me. Inhale, reaches your crown up, get a little taller, and exhale, twist a little deeper. When you exhale, draw your belly button in towards your spine. If you think about it, I guess science-wise, you are creating less space, more in your body, so more space to move through the poses. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Again, we're going to step your foot out just a little bit and reach your arms forward. It's okay if if the bended knee butt comes up a little bit, that's fine. You can either grasp the toes, you can use you can use a block here. All my blocks are being used to support the camera here, so I'm not using them. Use fold forward, bring your hands to the mat, or take the bind. You can hear my shoulders popping because it's still early. Inhale and exhale, fold. So this is kind of getting the backs of your legs. And if you can't get this, it's totally okay. It took me a while to be able to do this. Inhale, release. Bring your legs out in front of you, shake them out a little bit. We're gonna do Baddha Konasana now. So that is just a seated posture. Bring the soles of your feet to touch and kind of press your legs down. Your knees come out to this side. Inhale, you can either take your yogi fingers, your peace fingers, and do a yogi toe lock around your big toes. We're gonna hold on to your feet, you can hold on to your ankles. Inhale up, exhale to fold forward. As you fold forward, bring your elbows to your knees. Press your knees down to open up the hips. You don't like muscle your way into these postures, just go to your limit and just see what you can do. And you can work on this video a few times and eventually it gets easier. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to come back up to a seated position. Bring both knees to touch and just walk your feet closer in towards your body and wrap your arms around. And just give yourself a really nice big hug. Drop your head, bring your eyeballs into your knees. Really stretching through the backs of the shoulders. And exhale, release it out. So we're going to do Janu Sirsasana, which is one of my favorites because it gives you a lot of hip action and stretching through the backs of your legs. So you're going to bring your left knee in towards your right thigh. Use your hands behind you to twist your body to line your belly button up with your knee and just walk your hands forward. And if you can grasp your feet, do so. If not, just, bring your hands wherever. So if you want to do more of a restorative posture, you always place a block right about here. I mean, we're short, so it's probably closer to our knees, and just rest your head on the block. And that makes it a little bit less intense of a stretch. Still get the benefits, but a little bit more restorative. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale it out. And inhale, roll up through your spine. You're gonna bring your feet together one more time. Maybe roll out the spine a little bit, whatever feels good. Do it both ways. And then bring your left leg out, right foot in towards your left thigh. Again, line your belly button up. Walk your hands forward. And take the same variation you did on the other side. So if you use the block on the other side to support your head, do it on this side too, because we want to create balance. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale through the nose and exhale it out. Take one more. Inhale through the nose and exhale it out. And just roll up through the spine. Bring your legs out in front of you and just kind of shake them out. Bring your legs behind, bring your knees behind you. You're gonna come sit up. We're gonna take one baby back bend because I love back bends and we're doing it and I'm the teacher. So we're gonna come up on your knees like this. You're gonna bring your knees about hips width apart. So for you, you just take your fists together and put them between your knees. So this is about hips width for me. It's more or less of a guide. So we're gonna bring our hands to our lower backs. Just like this, kind of resting on the top of your butt. On an inhale, you're gonna keep your belly button in towards your spine. Press your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Make sure your elbows are trying to draw together. Inhale, pressing your hips forward. Exhale, lifting your heart up. Almost think of it as there's a string that's tied to the back of your heart coming up through the center and it's pulling you up. So that's the kind of like the imagery you want to work with. And as you inhale, press forward, exhale, come back up. You can drop your head. And if you can see the wall behind you, you can bring your hands to your heels. Keep pressing your hips forward. When you're ready to come out of this, you can stay in this as long as you'd like. Tuck your chin to your chest, bring your hands back to your spine, and sit back for a child's pose. And again, we're gonna make this a more of a resting child's pose. So bring your knees as wide as the mat, and just place your flat hands on the mat, and drop your head onto the ground. You can roll back and forth, get a little forehead massage. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Start to walk your hands back towards your knees. And we're going to do a round of Ardha Hanumasana, which is a half split. So what we're going to do, so now we're sitting on our heels like this, right? Come up a little bit and bring your right foot underneath your knee. Start to walk that foot out and fold over that leg. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, fold you a little deeper. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, fold you a little deeper. One more, inhale and exhale. You're going to bring your foot back to all fours and just switch it up. So you bring your left foot in front of you. Start to walk that left foot out. You can flex the foot. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold over that leg. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. One more. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. So come back up onto our hands. Come back to all fours. Take one more child's pose. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale out through your mouth. And this as easily and as however you want to do it. Come to a seated position. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. Really curl in tight. And exhale, release out into Shavasana. And just let it all go.